Hey there. So I'm gonna have a couple of thoughts. I got a few potatoes. I want to keep myself company talking. And I'm trying to get this back to this other song that I was listening to because it sparked my thought that I want to put this on pause now. Because I like this song, this other song that was playing that sparked my imagination to have this, talk. Well, not so much talk, but talk in the sense that, hey, I gotta voice my opinion. That kind of talk. And so let me get back to cutting. Come over here while I'm cutting these potatoes. But that's all kind of left, man. But the thought is this about people and their perceptions, people and their opinion. Because I realize we all have opinions. I realize we all have opinions, right? And everybody has differing opinions. And so just because we have differing opinions, my, you know, I honestly believe that people should come to okay, let's agree to disagree. You can't sway me on your opinion. I can't sway you on my opinion. Just because we have differing opinions does not make one person right and the other person wrong, and vice versa, right? That's how my that's the way my mental flows, right? But come find out, uh, two people can have differing opinions and yet not come to the concession of no apology is needed. Oh, well, you know what? That's good. I know, and because you can't force an apology upon another person. Even if you feel like you are owed an apology, you cannot force your views. Well, I say me. I cannot force my views on another person if I feel like I'm owed an apology and yet I don't get an apology. That's just my opinion. That's just my mental, just my perception. Because another person may feel like, no, I said what I said. I don't owe you no apology. I'm like, you know what? And then so I stand corrected. I stand corrected before God and men. That just because I think one way, it don't make it the right way. Yeah. So today was a learning day today. Today was a learning day. It was a good learning day today. I learned a lot of stuff about myself in the process of trying to go through a conflict resolution. Okay. 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 Um, who knew? That song right there, right? Man, I wish I could pull it back up, but I don't know the name of it. Okay. I'm gonna kind of hum it and then. Who knew? Anyway, yeah. So my life is progressing and turn out that way. Who knew? I certainly didn't know, right? Who knew? Where's Father Joe? Who knew? Because I certainly did not. Who knew life went this way? It's an ever evolving learning process. I'm like, I did not know. Excuse me. I did not know. Because, we go through life and I'm sure I can't be the only person thinking this way, feeling this way. We go through life and we thinking, things should proceed in a certain fashion. You know what? And then I stand corrected again just now. Because, yeah, things don't go in a certain fashion. Just because you imagine it should follow suit, go that way. Because just as I take myself out the standardization, of how mankind operates, I take myself out of that loop. Well, my mama said this, and it's been did generation after generation after generation, and so it should go that way. I take myself out of that loop. Is what I do. Because just because things went status quo, you know, and you were accustomed to things going a certain way, does not mean that it's supposed to proceed. It's got to go that way. Yeah, yeah. So I take myself out of that loop, and then I found myself in a quandary. Since I took myself out of that loop, I don't fall. I don't fall into the role of, fall in line, fall in line, follow suit, do what everybody else do, and to conduct yourself in a ladylike fashion. A lady should never raise her voice in public. See, that's a thought I had too. Because I am the type of person. Oh, this is the thought I had that I wanted to talk about that popped on. Thank you, Father Jehovah. Bring that back to mind. Let me pull up closer. Yeah. Self-therapy time. Not only self-therapy time, but this is a kicker. This is a kicker that shit, not just myself, but shit, a lot of people should give thought to. Beating around the fucking bush, going all the way around. Damn, did it escape me again that fast? Father Jehovah, help it bring back to mind. Because I do what I do. I got these. I'm so late. It's 5:37. And look, life took place. Life took place because it was my intention to get up this morning, show up a little handiwork of the yard because it looks so beautiful with the mulch down. And then I was going to peel these potatoes because, Butler cooked dinner. And I was, he was making a barbecue and I was going to do the side. Life took place, and so I'm just now peeling these potatoes. Look, so life took place. I had company, right? Yeah, I had a good time. My son came to visit me and my nephew came to visit me. Yeah, I got to talking and talking and talking. But in the process of talking, hey, sometimes you have to dispense with the pleasantries and get to the nitty gritty. And look, we got issues. We got some conversations. We need to have some real life discussions, right? That takes place today. That took place. Life took place. And that's why I'm late peeling my potatoes. Because life took place. And I resolved the issue. And so with life taking place, and now I gotta talk. What I gotta do? Girl, what you got to talk about now? I know, right? I got life to talk about. Oh, it's this right here. I'm gonna bring me back that. What I got to talk about? About in that I don't follow suit and how everybody else think about how it said. A lady should never raise her voice in public. Ooh, a lady should never make a spectacle of herself in public, mind you. And a lady, a lady would never, draw attention to herself in such a fashion as to become a spectacle. Become the talk of the block. Like, do I give a fuck? Oh, my window open. Do I give a fuck about something? Oh, so this is, which leads to that. So I was in a conversation earlier, which sparked this thought. And maybe it may resonate, and maybe it won't. Maybe some people like, yeah, I'm on the other ship. I'm not on that show. Well, you know what? And you are perfectly fine to be on the other ship, because just because I speak my piece doesn't mean like, oh, okay, she clamoring, let me jump on her ship. No, I am not here to sway, nor persuade, nor dissuade. Persuade and dissuade or sway anybody's thoughts, judgments, or opinion. I have my own. I operate on my own prescription for living, right? And as each we all should. Yeah. Each we all should. What works for me ain't gonna float somebody else's boat. And what floats somebody else's float ain't gonna get my motor to jump start running. You know what I mean? Figure that one out. So anyway, got 2 points I want to talk about. Hot flash just kicked in. I'm just trying to hurt and peel these potatoes. Oh, turn the fan on, but that's going to be a little clankering and a noise in the background. But deal with it if you want to hear this. What I got to talk about. So my thing is this right here. Ammunition. I wonder. No, okay, no. I'll be open to this discussion. I would really be open to this discussion because I would like to hear more than one viewpoint. And even though I heard that viewpoint and I have my own viewpoint, I am open for discussion to hear another person's viewpoint. And just because I'm open and receptive to dialogue to hear another person's viewpoint doesn't mean that I'm open to being persuaded or dissuaded to abandon my own thoughts and beliefs and to take on another's. No. Because even though that other, which falls into the line of the majority, and the majority falls into the line of, y'all following suit of a certain standard. I can't hop on board with doing what everybody else do. Like, oh, that's just not ladylike. Sometimes, fuck ladylike. No, I ain't got time to be ladylike. I got some shit to say. And I'm gonna say that shit out loud. And fuck if it seems like, you know what I mean? I'm making a spectacle of myself or drawing undue attention to myself. Because you know what? Y'all sort that shit out with God. Sort that out with God. Like, ooh, she should not be behaving in such a fashion, God. God said, you know what? She behave in whatever fashion she needs to behave in. Because that's her life. And that's how she want to row her boat. Let her row her boat like that. Why the fuck how she row her boat so differently from how you row your boat fucking with you in your life? You know what I mean? Because I'm sure. Well, not sure. Well, might not be a discussion with God. Just say, ooh, God, did you hear? Did you hear her today, God? Ooh, the whole block heard her. Yeah, you're probably talking to somebody else about it, but you ain't talking to God about it, right? Yeah, but whoever you talking to about it. You know what I mean? Whoever you talk to about it. Why do I need to be the topic of your conversation? God heard it. God already heard it. Right? God said, look, my ears work perfectly fine. I heard her when she was being loud. And as you were saying, making a spectacle of herself. Yeah. Public nuisance. Yeah, I suppose I was being a public nuisance today. Forgive me, Lord. I had to be that today. Forgive me, Father. And I don't say it in a disrespectful manner. Forgive me, Father. No, I say that like that in front of y'all. But, I'm very respectful when I'm having my conversations with God. Oh, but just right here. Ammunition part. Like, all that I just said, it leads to this. And so I don't just talk, just be talking. And even though I talk and I digress, all my digression leads back to the main point. And the main point is this. I speak how I speak. I do what I do. I say what I say. And I feel no repercussions for it. And I take no... what word heed when it come out of my mouth? Take no heed to it. I heed God. Man, I don't heed man. Yeah, I don't heed man. I heed myself, right? I don't heed another person's opinion. Like, oh, girl, you kind of crossed the line. You should not behave in such a fashion because that was not conducting yourself in a ladylike fashion. Which leads back to this point that who cares if it does? If your opinion think it does not lead to a My behavior is not in a ladylike fashion, because if I care about another person's opinion, and then I suppose I would conduct myself in a ladylike fashion. You know what I mean? Because I'd be so worried. Ooh, let me not raise my voice. Let me not cause a scene. Let me be quiet and demure. Let me handle fashions the way a respectable woman would handle this. Because a respectable woman does not let herself handle such things in a fashion as you did. You know what I mean? I'm like, girl, if you don't get the fuck out of here with this shit. Because then I suppose on the flip side of that, it would be, like I said, if I cared about another person's opinion, and then I guess I would conduct myself in a more ladylike fashion to be like, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you did make me mad, and I will not raise my voice. And I shall. No. Sometimes that quiet shit and that talking and such that as I was just talking, sometimes that shit gotta go out the door. I'm like, listen, bitch. Listen, motherfucker. I got to check your ass. And I got to say it loudly. So, sometimes that shit kick in. Be a son. Well, I would never say mother, father, because I would never cross the line. But look. Oh, I could never cross my line to get loud with my mama. But I will check my mother. I will check my mother nicely, respectfully, in a tone and fashion to where, mama heard my voice, but I did not cross the line to be disrespectful. Like, mama, why you gonna say it like that? Mama, you can't hurt my feelings, mama. But I ain't gonna never raise my voice at my mama and say, Mama! Shut the fuck up! Mama! You know what I mean? I would never do such a thing. Yeah. But if my mother came at me, in a very disrespectful manner, then I still, because I live by code, God's code, and because that's how this mental operates, like I had stated one time before, if my mother was to cross the line and just go all off on me, right? But still, I wouldn't cross the line. I'd be like, you know what, Mom, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I got to get away from you. Well, come across you like that to talk to me in such a fashion. I ain't going to get mad at you and start hollering at you. Because if I holler at you, shit, God might holler at me. Ain't you God holler at me now? You know what I mean? Like that. So, which leads to this. Ammunition. Ammunition is like it was presented to me in the conversation. But when you say certain things and you do certain things and you behave in such a fashion, then you give people ammunition. Like, say you got skeletons in your closet, right? You got skeletons in your closet. Who ain't got skeletons in their closet, right? Not to say you're going to broadcast that shit in broad daylight and, make public announcement to it. Yeah. But if it comes up in conversation, I won't shy away from my skeletons in my closet. I'm not going to shy away from it. Okay, skeleton in my closet, and if you got wind of it, and I'm not going to disavow it to say, no, that shit ain't never happened. No. Right, okay. God know it. Who gives a fuck if you know it? And so, whatever skeletons I have in my closet is not ammunition, but it's not ammunition for another person. But another person would take that as ammunition to say, oh, well, I got blackmail on you. I got a dirty secret on you. And what? Did you really think that just because the skeleton in my closet, that gives you, I'm gonna be afraid and not speak my peace and not speak my truth and not live my true authentic life, that I'm gonna worry because I got skeletons in my closet. I'm gonna worry about what another motherfucker opinion gonna be of me. And that if they get wind of the skeletons in my closet, that gives them ammunition. No, that does not give a person ammunition. You know what? What gives a person ammunition is you giving a fuck about their opinion. That gives a person ammunition because if you don't care about another person's opinion, they have no ammunition against you. Yeah, but so he said, come up in conversation. He said, but yeah, you don't want people talking about you and saying, I don't give a fuck about what people say. And you need not either. Why is you, if you keep rowing a boat around this, row your boat, roll 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 your boat. But damn, you're right back in the same spot. Why is you rowing your boat and you going around in a fucking circle? And you gonna roll your boat away from the bullshit. You gonna roll my boat in a fucking circle? I rolled my boat. I rolled my boat merrily, 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 happily down the stream. I don't roll my boat in a fucking circle to where I'm stuck. So-called ammunition, worried about backlash from my own words, worried about skeletons in my closet, worried about so-called ammunition. And your actions and your words does not give another person ammunition. Your thoughts and your belief that what a person is going to do with your secret, or you're being afraid is what's going to give that person ammunition. You give the person the power. You being afraid is what gives another person power. It's what gives another person ammunition to use against you. Because you scared of what a motherfucker gonna think. You scared what a motherfucker gonna say. You scared what a motherfucker opinion is, and like, well, it might make me look bad. Oh, hey Greg, how you doing, cuz? Yeah, I'm speaking on a conversation that I had earlier, and just kind of putting it out there. And it's an open topic for discussion about giving a person. Well, I think your fear, a person's fear about what another person is going to say or think of them, is what gives a person ammunition, not your actions or your behavior or your skeletons in your closet. Because skeletons in the closet, that's just what it is. It's old facts. It's old deeds. It's deed done. It's what God knows. Hell, God knows, because my stand is this. If God knows, and God knows all the skeletons in everybody's closet, right? God certainly knows the skeletons in my closet, and I speak on the skeletons in my closet. And I can rightly, just like, say I had an abortion, right? Which I didn't. But I almost did. So let me speak on this then. So, with my first baby, my first child, right? I'm 15, shit. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just doing something. Just be doing something. I get pregnant. I wasn't even having sex, really. I get pregnant on GP, just on trying to have sex. Yeah. I get pregnant, right? First time out. I get knocked up. And so, first thing that comes to my mind is, shoot, I gotta get an abortion. Because as a 15-year-old, and hearing that everybody, that's a problem solver. That's what you do. You get pregnant, and you got a problem, it's a mistake. Shit, you get rid of it. You get an abortion. So I tried to, but my mother was like, nope, You were having this baby. I'm like, well, it's true. Can we? I go get rid of it, and so Daddy don't find out. Oh my God, that was a story right there. My daddy found out. But yeah, and so history. Um, I ended up having my baby because I didn't have an abortion. Thank you, Father Jehovah. That did not happen. But my 15-year-old mind wanted to have an abortion. But say the powers that be permitted me to have an abortion, right? So say I had an abortion. And then I go on and I have the rest of my other children, right? And so say, because I got 8 babies, say I killed the first one, had an abortion, and then I got 7 kids, I didn't, every time I got pregnant, I went ahead and kept those. But say I want to keep that as a dark secret, because I'm a good Christian woman now. Well, I was a Christian. So I'm a good, outstanding person. I'm a good mother, or so-called good mother, right? That's a story. And then for some people, they can have an abortion and be like, "Oh, I don't talk about that part of my life. That's a no-no. That's a secret. That's a skeleton in my closet. I don't bring up those old bones." You know what I mean? And some persons would like to hide that fact of their past life, right? But I feel like I never had an abortion, but just, using it as an example, that if I did have an abortion, God knows it. Well, God would know it first and foremost. So if somebody was to find out 15, 20 years later, oh, I didn't know you had an abortion. And then I would have to rightly step up and say, oh, yeah, that was a part of my life. That was a part of my history, yeah. As shameful and regrettable as it is, yeah. I had to get rid of the first one. I had an abortion and, got rid of that, yeah. And so, yeah. What? Could somebody say, "Ooh, I found out your secret. You don't want nobody to know that." And so, I'd be like, bitch, who gives a fuck? God already know it. And just because you know it, yeah. I have no ammunition to give nobody. All my skeletons and all my secrets, I lay bare before the Lord. Well, being laid bare, because God saw it. God saw it and knew it before I even did it, right? Whatever my sins and transgressions are. Of us all, right? God knows all our secrets. But some of the secrets, some people wouldn't want to get out. But guess what? Even if the secret did get out, who gives a fuck? If God saw it, why should you be shamed before man? They say, oh, I'm embarrassed. I don't talk about that part of my life. Why not? It was the part of your journey that got you to where you are at this very moment, standing here listening to me. What path did I take that led me to listening to this shit? You know what I mean? Your life journey, your life course leads you to the very spot that you stand at this very moment, no matter where you at. Look, even if you ain't catching this now, but you catch this, say a week later, say a month later. What led you to your life journey? It led you to wherever it leads you to. Just like if I got to run out to the store in 15 minutes to go pick up a gallon of milk. Your life journey led you to say, you know what, I got to leave out in 15 minutes to go pick up a gallon of milk. And your life journey led you, all the events in your life led you up to what, to what your next move going to be. That was a long rant. I got maybe I'll peel. I'm trying to make some potatoes, so I got these potatoes to peel. What's up, pretty lady? You always tell it like it is. Well, you know what? I try to speak my truth. That's what I do. I try to speak my truth, and which, it's a catalyst for this discussion right here. Precipitated? What precipitated? What brought all this about for me sitting here speaking this? Because I try to speak my truth, and I try to tell it like it is, for my truth. And my truth be that sometimes I think, well, damn, if my truth be my truth, then will somebody else resonate with my truth? Will my truth sound like, she got a point there? You know, she take the long way. She get loud and shit. She take the long way about it to say it. But yeah, she got a point. You know, because we all got points, right? Just like we all got a little bit of craziness about us, you know, that a lot of us would not like to admit. We all got craziness about us. We all got quirkiness about it. And as prim and proper as we may be, oh, girl, yes. I don't do that ghetto shit. Oh, no, girl, yes. I only behave in such a fashion. Get the fuck out of here. Even the prim and proper. Look, look, even Queen Elizabeth got to wipe her ass. You know what I mean? The Queen Elizabeth over in England that wears the crown and tiara. Look, she might, all before public, do her shit stink? Yeah, her shit stink. She's a fucking woman. She's a bag of bone. The same way I'm a bag of bone, except I'm a brown bag of bone that got blood coursing through me. And she's a white bag of bones with blood coursing through her. Shit. What? You think that, because she is a woman, you think she at every moment, oh, I just talk so regal. I just talk so royal. I never say anything out of place. I just am a woman at all times. Get the fuck out of here. You don't know how that bitch act behind a closed door. And she probably cursed probably more than me. The fuck? I don't know how I went that way, but I wouldn't give a fuck about, look, if God planted me to stand before the Queen, like, how in the fuck did this shit manifest itself? God, you mean the Queen actually sent for me and she would like to speak with me? What, am I gonna stand before the Queen and act like I ain't Deborah Johnson? The fuck? Excuse me, Queen, but that slipped out. I'm gonna try not to curse in your presence, but the fuck? Girl, you ain't gonna tell me, oh, well, when you get around the Queen, you can't talk, talk in such a fashion. You can't behave, and the fuck? I am who I am. Tell me I gotta, look, all of a sudden, I gotta behave a different kind. Like, God, if you don't tell these people, I ain't finna change up my MO for no motherfucking body. Not even Queen Elizabeth. You know what I mean? Yeah, shit. That right there is living your true, authentic self. Fuck another person's opinion. Because if you gave a care about another motherfucker's opinion, and you letting that lead you and guide you, like, well, I was gonna, I can't be myself. Every time I get around that person, I can't be myself. Then really, in essence, what you're saying is, you letting that person judge, you letting that person dictate your life. You letting that person tell you, well, I can't act like that around that person. Okay, then you essentially giving up your power to another person. The fuck? I wish I would let a motherfucker, be like, I would like to go, but I can't be myself. The fuck? I'm gonna be myself wherever I go. Look, even standing before the motherfucking Queen. Like, you gotta mute her, because sometimes she let that shit blurt out. I'm like, God, I know I let that shit blurt out. And God let me speak all the time anyway. Look, God ain't shut me up yet. And be like, you better take that shit up with God. Don't tell me about that shit. You better take. I don't know who came up with that. Oh no, you ain't supposed to be cursing like that. But look, God, and I've been trying my best. I'm trying my best not to curse, right? But I keep sitting there. God knew I was gonna be cursing. I've been doing 7 months. Yeah, He brought that to my attention. Yeah, look, I hadn't seen Adam in 7 whole months. It was wonderful seeing Adam today. It was beautiful. But we still have our differences of opinion. But hey, if he get, hey, if he get, you know, you come across this episode, I love you, Adam. I really wish I could have gave you another hug. Yeah, a goodbye hug. I love you. I ain't seen you in 7 whole months. And then you going to walk away and tell me, no, we good. I wanted a hug. Goodbye. I mean, you gave me a hug when we said hello. Because I usually hug motherfuckers saying, hey, okay, bye, I love you. See you later. But you tell me, no, we good. We good. Oh, excuse me. But I love you, Adam. I do love you. I love you, Adam. I do love you. But you know me. Because it's like, I'm talking to you right now. Excuse everybody else. I'm talking to you, Adam. In case you get wind of this or what, you turn me on. I want to hear what this woman got to talk about. The woman that called herself my mother. She just as disrespectful as I am. Well, yeah, I suppose I am just as disrespectful as you. But the thing is, I love you. Just because you disrespectful to me and you in turn say I'm disrespectful to you, because this right here may be like, you don't even like this at all. This might be boiling your blood. Like, what the fuck she talking to me? But yet I'm talking to you, right? So, I love you. You're my son. I always will love you. And if something, well, I'll keep that thought for myself. Well, no, we'll go ahead. Go ahead and speak. I speak my thoughts, speak my truth, speak whatever. Mm-hmm. So say something. Yeah. Say something tragic did happen, right? I would be hurt. I would be cut to the heart. Oh, Father. Oh, yeah, I would be hurt. I would be cut to the heart if something was to happen to you. Yeah. I love you. I honestly, yeah, do love you. It might seem callous or whatever, but yeah, I love you. But in that, I do love you. And it's been 7 months, like you brought it to my attention. I couldn't even get a hug. Goodbye. Because you know what, honey bunny, as much as I love you, let it be another 7 months before I see you. No, you know what, I'm not even going to say that. Because I was just getting ready to say, let it be another 7 months before you come over here again. But you know what? I'm going to say it like this. Because I love you. And I don't want it to be another 7 months before I see you again. But I will say this. Okay, so this is going to be, I started off with time capsule problem. But this right here is going to be, I'm dedicating this time capsule to Adam. Adam Taylor Johnson Garland. Yeah, I'm dedicating this to you. Whatever, even if it might be some repercussions and backlash that you get mad, like, she pulled me today. You know what I mean? And don't give a fuck. Take it up with God. That's my whole thing. You don't like what I said? We need not discuss it. We need not argue about it. We need not have a fallout about it, because I'm not trying to put you on blast to draw attention to you, to make you feel like, oh, I gotta check her on that shit, I gotta say some things. No, son, I'm not, even though I'm speaking to you, well, then somebody will say, well, why is she talking to him on Facebook Live? Why don't she just turn the Facebook Live off and call him on the phone? I'd be like, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up and keep your own opinion to yourself, because I operate on the fashion I operate on. And if I feel like I don't want to turn off the Facebook Live and I just want to talk this way, before God, angels, and men, right? Yeah. I'll be like, bitch, Please keep your opinion to yourself. I'm handling my prescription for living my way, and I choose to swallow the pill this way. You know, right? You know, and you might take your pill in a whole totally different fashion. You know what I mean? Don't make no suggestions on how I should run my life, and I damn won't make no suggestion on how you should run your life. You know, I just, I'll be like, oh, girl, you should do that. Girl, you better do you. You do you the way God leads you to do you, or how if you ain't listening to God, how God leads you to do you. You do you however you fashion. You know you want to do you, but don't tell me, oh, girl, you should not. Oh, you girl, if I was you, I would have did it like that. You should. That's just being. That's just being too personal. Oh, girl, you should not. Oh, girl, if you don't take that shit up with God. Yeah. So, woo! That was like a non-stop rant. So, I'm finna get off. I hope to I'm gonna get my hair braided Tuesday. I get my hair braided Tuesday. And we're gonna be a little bit cuter than what I'm looking now. And, ooh. Yeah. I'm gonna get it braided in a fashion to where, I can keep my forehead covered up. That'd be, yeah. Mind you, I ain't touching my hair. I'm touching my hair with my hands, not my hand, because I still got potatoes to peel. Okay, so I'm tired of talking. I'm gonna peel these potatoes. I'm making potato salad. Hopefully, whatever. And see you later, cuz. I want to call you up. Cuz, and talk to you on the phone. Yeah. Oh, no, I'll be so glad when I get my own car. Because when I get my own car, thank you, Father Joe. Is that a ding that I might get? Like, you don't get a car sooner or later. You don't get a car, just hold on. Please, Father Joe, let me get a car. So that I can, I'll be like, hey, Greg, what you doing? I got a car now. We're going to see what you're doing. Stop by and hang out with you for a little while. That's what I want to do. Yeah, I'm going to be a road running sister when I get driving again. Okay, man, I talked enough. I'm tired, and I got other work to do. All right, bye.